Alright YouTubers, so in this video we're going to talk about my next computer build that I'm doing for a buddy of mine, and this features the i3-9100 Foxtrot. So I just bought this. We're going to basically build this, let him try that out. We may go with the i5-9400F if he's not happy with that, since I have one of those as well. But at least for now, this will be the first build that I have done with this new i3, which looks decent numbers compared to the i3-8100. So it should be a decent chip for gaming. Alright, 4 threads, 4 cores. The F means that it must have a graphics card with it, and power the TDP 65 watts. So it's decent. For right now, probably stick with the stock Intel fan that came with it. Alright, if not, I'd always try and sell them a Cooler Master Hyper 212 EVO. Probably one of the best deals on a CPU fan, in my opinion. Even though we also endorse the Noctua brand, but that one is pretty good for the money. All right, case-wise, this is my opinion, a hell of a deal. Do-it-yourself PC. This is available through eBay with the vendors actually Newegg. So you may be able to buy this on the website, but this is a really nice finish from what I've seen from some of the other cases. Looks like a nice powder coat finish on there, and you've got the hidden drives there. Not a lot of features up top though. That's kind of disappointing. Only one USB 3.0, but a lot of space in that. That's a mid-tower, and that should be pretty good for my buddy in his expansion endeavors. Lots of air in there, volume I should say, so should help overall with the cooling. And it doesn't have any acrylic or anything cool on it, just a little vent there. So ATX, that would take a full ATX board, or I believe it'll even take the micro ATX. Alright, so we talked CPU case. Now we have our motherboard. This is the MSI Z370 motherboard, Gaming Plus. Alright, so this is overclockable and 8th and 9th gen friendly. So I can't say that it'll work with all 9th gen out of the box, but at least this one shipped with the Intel 9000 sticker. So I hopefully will not have to update the BIOS first. I may do a video updating it anyways, just so people know how to do it. But you know, decent motherboard. I actually had bought this for myself, and I got a hell of a deal on it, $65. And then talking to him, he wanted me to build him a computer, so I said, hey, I got this motherboard. I wanted him to go with Arctic White with the case, but like I said, this was such a good deal considering his Z370. Got 4 DDR4 slots. Not that he needs a second PCI Express 3.0, but he's got 2 of those, and the armor-plated one. Obviously, the CPU goes there. Decent amount of connectors on there. The only negative is there is no HDMI, so he's got to have an adapter from DisplayPort. But that's the motherboard. Pretty decent, I will say. Alright, so before we talk power supply, here's the graphics card. He actually gave this one to me to use. That is a Amd Radeon Rx 580. That is one of the lower power consumption ones, and decent performance, 4 gigabytes. Not quite as awesome as some of the other RX 580s that are 8 gig, but decent graphics. Score better than the RX 570, so it is at least a step up there. Now, because I believe the recommended power supply on that is at least 450. I got 2 power supplies we can check out. Showing the 500 watt on top and a 650. Personally, I recommend usually, actually I've got one of these too, 600 watt would be my preference these days, just to make sure you're ready for the future. And but we're going to start them with this guy, and we'll see how that goes. He likes to have a lot of hard drives and stuff, so I think all his peripherals may add up. Now for RAM, I'm going to go with this Patriot DDR4 8 gig sticks. He can have 4 of these. He's got 2. I think he's going to order a 3rd one. It's the 2666 megahertz one, and this is pretty decent RAM for the money. Alright, now let's talk hard drives. So, assuming I can get this to work, I can't always make these work, which sucks, but preferably operating system here on the Samsung 970 EVO NVMe M2. That is a total ass kicker. Love those, and the only way this would be better if it was 1 terabyte or 2 terabyte. So for storage, extra storage, the much slower Seagate 7200 RPM 1 terabyte. Now, if that we can't get the operating system on that, we will find a 2.5 inch SATA, such as, I've got a ton of these lying around, but something like this, hopefully one with better performance, but something like that will be a possibility. And finally, to complete this, we've got the also picked up a Razer Deathadder Elite. Got a hell of a deal on that. So when I picked up my son one, my friend also wanted one after I told him how much it was. And then keyboard wise, going to go with the Corsair Gaming K55 RGB keyboard. So that is that's what it's going to be, folks. And check back. I hopefully will put the time in to do an installation video and all that good stuff. So I know it'll be helpful for the motherboard and all that good stuff. And so check back. Please like, please subscribe. Thanks for your time. Have a good one.